Do you remember this scene where the Hulk picked up Mjolnir with brute strength and knocked out Thor? So how did he do it? To answer what you're thinking, no, the Hulk randomly didn't become worthy. This is the ultimate universe, and Thor's hammer here is fundamentally different. Instead of Odin's normal enchantment making the hammer impossible for anyone unworthy to lift, this version originated as technology connected to Thor's power system. So it's insanely difficult for somebody else to wield, but not magically impossible. That's why the Hulk struggles at first in this clip. He doesn't suddenly become worthy, he gets so ridiculously strong from his rage that he eventually overpowers the hammer's resistance through brute force, and then throws Thor's own weapon at him and knocks him out. That's disrespectful as hell! But that wasn't even the craziest part, because Hulk basically looked at the rest of the Avengers and said, okay, who's next? Who's catching these hands? I have the most important comic book question of all time. Who are you taking in a fight? An enraged Hulk or the entire Avenger squad? The worst part about fighting the Hulk is that winning can make the fight even harder. Hulk's strength is tied to his anger, so punch him, blast him, dogpile him, congratulations, now he's even more pissed. And that's why I think the Avengers need to stop treating the Hulk like a boss fight. Their biggest advantages are teamwork and characters who can restrain, redirect, or calm him without trading punches forever. Because if everybody decides to test their strength against him individually, the Hulk loves that fight. And eventually the question stops being, can the Hulk beat the Avengers? It just straight up becomes, can they stop him before it gets too angry? And there's really only one Avenger who should even want that strength contest: Thor. I've always wondered this question, and you probably have too. Who would win in a 1v1, Thor or the Hulk? Thor needs to end this fight before the Hulk turns it into a marathon. Thor has ridiculous strength, centuries of combat experience, lightning, flight, and Mjolnir or Stormbreaker depending on the version. He's the more complete fighter, but Hulk just has one disgusting advantage: his ceiling keeps moving. The angrier the Hulk gets, the stronger he can become, so early in the fight, I actually favor Thor, but if Thor keeps trading punches and lets Hulk's rage escalate, he voluntarily fighting an opponent whose greatest resource is time. That's why who's stronger is almost the wrong question. Thor starts with more tools. Hulk becomes the bigger problem the longer you fail to put him down. So personally, I'm gonna have to take the Hulk in this fight. But there's another Avenger who can match Hulk's size, and I think people underestimate this matchup so bad. Could Ant-Man just turn into a giant and beat the hell out of the Hulk?
Holy shit!
Being bigger than Hulk does not mean you're stronger than the Hulk. Going giant gives Hank or Scott enormous strength, reach, and mass. That absolutely makes him dangerous. The problem is the Hulk regularly fights things larger than himself, and Giant Man has a much uglier limitation. Staying enormous takes a toll. Hulk doesn't need to win immediately. He can survive, get angrier, and then just hit him harder, and wait for Giant Man's body to start paying the price. So Giant Man can absolutely hurt the Hulk and might temporarily overpower him depending on the version, but in a prolonged slugfest, you're basically putting Hulk on a timer, which, like I said, he loves. Which is hilarious because Hulk's best counter apparently isn't another giant or a god. It's a woman talking to him. Have you ever noticed that the Hulk's only true weakness is when fine shit gets in front of him?
Hey, big guy. Sun's getting real low.
The Hulk can fight literal gods, but his real kryptonite is that ass. And there's actually a reason for this though. Hulk isn't just Bruce Banner with his intelligence turned off. Many versions portray Hulk as an emotional manifestation of Bruce's buried anger, fear, and trauma. So characters like Betty don't defeat Hulk. They reach the part of Bruce that's still inside of him. That's why beating Hulk into submission can be completely backwards. Violence gives his anger something to respond to. it feeds it. Someone he trusts can remove the reason he feels threatened. So Hulk's weirdest weakness actually makes perfect sense. You don't beat rage by giving it more rage. And that's basically the mistake the Avengers would make every single time the Hulk loses control. And that's the real problem with fighting the Hulk. Everybody just keeps giving him exactly what he wants. Stop punching the man who gets stronger when he's pissed off. Thor probably has the best chance in a straight fight because he has the power and versatility to finish it early. Giant Man can physically challenge him, but he doesn't really want a marathon for real. And everybody else needs to stop treating Hulk like somebody you simply overpower. Because Hulk's most dangerous ability isn't just strength, it's a feedback loop. You hurt him, he gets angrier, he gets stronger. So you hit him harder and congratulations, you just upgraded him. Hey guys, that was the end of the video. Was I spitting as usual, or did you think my takes were hot trash? Let me know in the comments below and let me know who I should cover next or what powers I should cover next. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.